Hey guys and gals, let's unbox and have a look at the bricks and pieces in the Deep Sea Explorer Submarine by LEGO City. This is set number 60379, contains 845 bricks, retails for $109.99, and the set was provided to me by the LEGO Group for early review. So, looks like we're going to get some interesting pieces in here. I don't think that might be a new part. I don't know, and I think that windshield up here is. Could always use domes and stuff. And here is the back. And yes, I'm probably the only guy that does proper unboxings, what I have been told. Well, I got the box cutter. And this is pretty much, I want to see exactly what's in one of these here. You know, see if there's any good parts for mock builders. I know most guys speed build through all theirs, or speed unbox, but here, I want to examine the stuff. So, obviously, we get numbered bags, and, yeah, we're not interested in that. Let's take a look at the manual here. It comes in one of these little folder things, and I like to save these because they're good to put the manuals back in when you're done. So LEGO, stop gluing this stuff together, please. Just some tape will suffice. Alright, I got two manuals. Always check in here because you might find stickers. And that's the stickers. You know, so if that's all there is, that's not bad for how many pieces. And we got two manuals here. Let's see, let's take a look. Does it tell us how it's broken down? Sometimes the sets will tell you how many, like how's it broken down. I like those. Some of them don't tell you anything. Let's see here. And I know this is not the unboxing, but it'd be nice to know how many bags there are. So it looks like we're getting 8 bags in total. And yeah. This might be a little too bright, but it's just the initial unboxing here. And sometimes this thing always shows it dim. So, I'm going to put the stickers over there. It's individual. We got 1, 2, 3. Literally a 3. 4, 5. That'd be a 5, 6, 7, 8. Some bulk pieces and 2 mountain parts. I need to get some of these. They're good for making terrain, and you don't have to plate all that together. Guys, use those. Well, we're going to start with that bag there. So here's a close-up of these mountain pieces. This looks like you just have some studs here and stuff. Now, this wouldn't be too bad for like making campgrounds and stuff. And looks like we get some bulk pieces. And I call this, when I do the initial recordings, is bag 0 because it has no number on it. And it looks like we get one of these jet things or just a large rim. Where's the tire to it, huh? And then we got some of these right here. That probably goes on like that. And then we got bottom of a shark. And I think I have these. I have 2 large sharks, but maybe they're using the same body. I'll have to look. We're just missing the upper portion of the jaw and the eyes and stuff. But yeah, that's not too bad. Let's have a look at bag 1 and see what kind of goodies are in here. I'm always looking for new parts. So, despite all the stuff rolling around, I got some round bricks and some domes. Somebody's head, and it's single-sided. Okay, we got a brick separator. Must be a high-end build. And 2 bell pieces. So these are 3x3 domes. A little steering wheel. We've seen these before a couple of times. And some angler plates. Never seen this type of a piece before. I thought it was a saddle, but I don't know what that is. It's in black. Some Technic bricks with cross hole. And some blue pants that are plain. A 2x2 plate with double lift arm. 2x2, 2x4 plates. A 2x2 brick with a friction fork. And a nice dark blue round 2x2 brick. I've seen that head before, and I guarantee you this side undercut wig is going to go to her. And 2x3 flat tile. You get a lot of domes in here. You got an oxygen tank, and here's the helmet. I swore I've seen these before. I did a review on a set that had these. Got a nice dark azure camera. And one of these little dome pieces. I thought it was a bigger dome, but no, this is a smaller one, like a 3x3. One way to tell. Maybe it's a 4x4. And around 2x2 bricks. Just ignore the arguing in the background. Oh, wait a minute. So, wait a minute. Set of pants are plain. These actually have a design. So this must be a diving suit. And we got a couple of printed torsos here, if I can grab the other one. I like that metallic finish on them. It's pretty cool. And we got some 1x2 plates with 2 holders. Some 1x2 plates with a single holder. There's lots of holders in here. And we got one of these 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. That is printed. Pretty cool. So that's pretty much what's in the big bag. Let's look at the smaller bag. I never understood why Lego packages these things the way they do. It's kind of strange sometimes. And I got some 2x2 shoe glider plates, and then I got a 2x2 round flat tile. Yeah, this almost looks like they've been reusing minifigures from the other sets. This looks like here just a brush back. Some friction pins. We get a couple of open-end wrenches. Matter of fact, I think those are just plain black. And we got flippers and 1x2 transparent flat tiles or plates. We got 2x2 round plates. We got these things in here. Got a few of these 1x2 by 2/3 slopes, 1x2 plate with friction stub, and some studs. So yeah, we even get a hollow stud in there, but just some of this is pretty common stuff. All right, let's see what contents are in bag 2. Pull the little bags out of there, and yeah, I need to get some of these. These make great bases for planes. Yeah, I got another one here. Okay, and some 3x8 wedge plates, and another one of these messy wigs. Yeah, I have a feeling these are going to be the same figures we've seen in other of these sets. Black 1x8 bricks. Some 2x6 Technic bricks with 5 holes. 2x6 brick. We got some 2x6 regular plates. And a 1x4 plate with 2 friction stubs. So it's probably meant to attach that windscreen. 4x4 plate. 4x6. We got a couple of palisade bricks right here. I could use those. And some blue chairs. I've been needing to get some more of those type of seats. One of these weird plates with the brick. Great for like trains and stuff. And we got a wig piece here. And some pants and a set of torsos. And yeah. That's all I see in there. Oh, we got a white seat and a white pair of pants and 2x4 plates, white palisade bricks, I need these more than anything. We got an, oh, that's a seat. Plenty of 2x4 plates in here, and you get some 1x8s, 1x4 plates, 1x4 bricks with bow, and a 1x6 brick. We get 2 of those, and some of these 2x2 bricks with the ball on the end. All right. Yeah, most of that stuff I have seen before, so it's nothing too exciting, especially those 1x6 flat tiles. I mean, I need those, but yes, I've seen that face before, and it went with that wig, so yeah. Oh, I could use these. Great for like making hazardous areas. You get a couple of those, and those are printed too. 1x2 plate and light transparent blue, and we get a few 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. We got another head right here, and looks like she's only single-sided. 2x2 plates. Got a couple of syringes. One of these weird handlebar things. We got a life vest. And some friction pins, round 1x1 flat tiles, some 1x2 by 2 corner plates, 2x2 plates, a 1x1 plate with top holder, more jumper plates, radiator grill, and a 1x2 by 2/3 slope. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really anything too impressive in bag 2. Moving on to the contents in bag 3, and I'm hoping there's some interesting treasures in here. But from what I can tell so far, it's hard to say. Well, let's see if we can open that up here and pick that up off the ground. I'm kind of curious. And probably a string that we're going to have to tie. Well, it's a rubber band. And we will keep that in there for safekeeping. And looks like we got some of these claw pieces here. I think I've seen those in a bunch of other sets. And a 1x2 by T transparent blue wall element, and some 1x2 by 5 column bricks that are in that transparent light blue. Then we get a couple of 1x10 bricks. Oh, these bricks sometimes are getting scarce in sets, but notice the new city sets lately, they are not scarce at all. And we have several of these 1x2 by 1 2/3 brick with 4 studs on one side. This is a beautiful snot brick, or also stands for studs not on top. Great for like changing the direction or putting bricks on the sides. You get a bunch of those in there. And 1x2 by 3 column bricks. Some 1x4 by 2/3 plate with bow. Okay, we found the receivers for those balls right there. And 2x6 plates. I'm starting to see a lot of dark blue in sets lately. And in a couple of inverted 2x2 45-degree slopes, some 1x2 bricks with friction stub, and a 1x2 by 2 corner wall element. Flat tiles, arches, you get a bunch of those, and bows and stuff, and 1x6 plates, some 1x4 bricks with 4 studs on one side, and tiles and all that stuff in there. Alright, we're going to take a look at the smaller bags now. And some transparent round 1x1 bricks, palisade bricks, some 1x2 plates with stick, 1x4 flat tiles. This stuff I've pretty much seen all the time. 1x1 bricks with 1 stud. And I've got a flashing light on my camera. It tells me the battery's about to die, or the memory card. So, get some 1x4 bricks with the 2 studs. We're going to breeze through this real quick before it stops. Because if I have to stop, I got another memory card to put in there. I bought a pack of them, so I shouldn't be running short. And I thought I saw it in here. It was a printed tile. Oh, here it is. It's a nice slope. We get some 1x2 flat tiles, crowbars, shears, plenty of those right here. And some 1x1 plates with top holder, round bricks, friction pins, round flat tiles, all sorts of stuff in there. And, well, that's what the contents are for bag 3. Let me change this out real quick. Now let's have a look at bag 4. And it took about 20 minutes to find another card and format it and put it in the camera. So it took a while to get that done. But it's there. And all right, so I found the top of the plane. I got to order some of these to make an airplane. Now I know what they look like and stuff like that. And one of these weird little Technic pieces. I don't know what that would be used for. You got a couple of those in there. Oh, and a fan blade. Too bad this wasn't cross-axle. Then you could just stick something in or make some small little oscillating fans. And some of these little jet things. And another one of these little engine pieces. And a 4x6 Technic frame. We got some 2x3x2 cupboards. It's a round 2x2 bricks, like to roll off. 4x8 plates. Some more of these 3x8 wedge plates. 2x8 plate, flat tiles. Okay, this is what I was interested in, and I'm checking for scratches. Lego's been sending me scratch stuff, but this looks pretty cool. It's almost like you could put something here to slide this in like this. Huh. That's a pretty interesting piece. Maybe I'll have to get a few more of those. And a thing that links up a horse, but this one's in medium azure, as well as a 2x4 brick with bow and a 1x6 plate and 1x6 brick. We got or 2x6, my bad. And then we got a 2x6 brick with slope. And yes, I've had plenty of sleep. It's just I've been bogged down with work and reviews. 2x4 bricks. And we have ourselves a 6x7 angular wedge plate. You heard me correctly. 6x7. Maybe it'll be one day it'll be squared on the corners. And some 2x2 by 2/3 profile bricks. And some more arches. 1x4 plate with bow. Or 1x4 brick with bow. You can tell I'm not really paying attention today. More bricks. A 1x2 by 1x4 downwards angular plate. And I got that one right. And some of these little smaller jet pieces that you see like on a jet or something. And 1x3 brick in dark blue. Lots of round things that like to go around the table here. And honestly though, I'm going through this. I see some parts of interest, but I don't really see a whole lot of excitement in this setting. I don't know, it's not the colors, but well, we got an Exolite shield in orange, transparent orange. I don't know, I just don't see it. But here's the doors for the cupboards. 1x4 bricks with bow. 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. 2x3 plates. Some 2x2 round jumper plates. A few more of these 1x1 plates with the top holder. Some kind of Technic doodad. Jumper plates and 1x4 plates. Some Technic pin extenders, and we got some friction pins. Yeah, it's almost more like a Technic set than anything else. And I've seen a lot of Technic pieces kind of pop up in here, I'm sure for functionality. And the last bag here's got some of these 1x1 Technic lift arms. Yeah, that's a lift arm. And a 1x1 Technic brick in dark blue. 2x2 round plates with cross hole. We got some transparent yellow shoe glider plates. And some, what are these, friction pins with cross axle. I want to get 3 of those. And 1x2 flat tiles. Some friction pins and a Technic pin with cross axle. And another one of those. And a little... Wait, Lego, were you serious? We're actually using normal steering wheels now? Really? That might be robust after all. What are these? I thought they were car doors, but they're too small. I don't know what those are. If those were white, they'd make great rolls of toilet paper. Maybe we can get a couple of those, huh? Stick those in your bathroom. They're great for towels, too. That's a nice piece. We'll have to get a couple in different colors. And we got some Technic pins with stud and some 1x2 #1 rounded plates and some 1x2 plates with stick. So there is some unique pieces in here, but mostly stuff that I have seen before. Well, bag 5 obviously has a lot of orange pieces. I don't think I've seen these before. So, I mean, I've seen orange pieces before, but these right here, I think I have. Oh, if these were like in white or something, you can use these for like a train, like a bullet train. You know, for maybe a city or something. And a 4x9 angler wedge plate. Looks like we get a couple of those. So we get a bunch of these here. They're only in one way? Oh, here are the other. Here's the complementary part. I was going to say, you got to have the other side. It wouldn't make any sense. And some 2x6 bricks. We got some 2x4 plates. Another one of those well, we got 2 of these transparent orange Nexonite shields. And the logo's printed on that tile. That's cool. I like to see that stuff printed Lego. Like I said, it makes the sets worth a little bit more and their better play value. And we got some 2x8 plates. Plenty of those. Some 2x4 flat tiles. Well, those are printed. Those are worth hanging on to there. And some 2x2 plates, some 2x4 bricks with bow. We got a bunch of those in there. And some 1x4 plates. Some of these flat gears. 1x4 Technic flat gears. And I've never seen these before. Too bad these weren't straight, but I wonder what those are used for. Some 1x6 flat tiles, and looks like we get several of these 1x2 bricks with bow. Okay. Yeah, so there are some goodies in that bag, stuff I've never seen in person before. Well, Jay, I've seen that a million times. I haven't seen it yet. I'm kind of excited to see new stuff in here. Like I said, it's like a treasure hunt. So we got some of these 2x2 plates with the bow, 1x2 plates, some 2x2 angler corner flat tiles. You can put them like that if you want. And some round plates and stuff. Yeah, not too bad. Let's take a peek in bag 6. Anything good in there? Well, we don't know. Oh, okay. Check it and make sure they're not really heavily scuffed. What is that, an 8x8? Looks like it is. And yeah, I need to find some. That's pretty thick plastic there, huh? Nice dome piece. And we got some of these little scaffolding 2x2 things. Not too bad. And okay, we got some of these 1x2 by 1 2/3 brick with the 8 studs. I'm starting to get a pretty good amount of those now. And some 7 stud long cross axles. How I know that is, put that next to it. And some 4x6 Technic frames. 2x plate. Another one of those weird pieces. We got some 2x2 bricks. And 2x2 bricks with Technic pin. And we got some more of these type of bricks with the 4 studs. And a 2x4 brick. Okay, I could use these. It's a 2x2 dome, but this is a transparent light blue. We have a regular white one. Some round bricks thrown in there with it. And some of these weird Technic pieces here. And I think that's a bionicle finger. Some of these weird rounded 1x2 bricks with the sticks in the middle. I don't know what these are called. I need to look them up one day. And 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow, inverted 2x2 45-degree slopes, 2x4 plates, some 1x2 plates with stick. Yeah, I mean, most of that stuff I see, you know, especially when I'm trying to find stuff. Like, I could use these in medium reserve, but for some builds, but I don't know. Let's see here. Some more round 2x2 plates, shoe glider plates in both medium stone gray and in transparent yellow. And some studs and some sticks with holders. I bet those weren't in any other color. I could use those for making trees. And some more 2x2 angular flat tiles. And we got a hook here, so hope we don't have to tie anything. And maybe this is meant to hook onto this, huh? And we got ourselves a propeller and 1x2 plate with friction fork, radiator grill. Yeah, not too bad for this one. All right, looks like just a bunch of plates in this one. There's one that I haven't seen before, is this one right here. They didn't have a lot of studs on there. Probably used for wings of some kind. And 6x12 plate, 2x6 flat tiles, and there's a 1x8x2 arch. You get some 1x6x1 arches and a 2x8 reddish brown brick, 1x10. I hope they have that reddish brown like permanently fixed, because those are pretty cool. And some 1x8 flat tiles in dark orange make good for floorboards. And some of these type of arched bricks here. I can tell you right now, this is for that one boat part. And then we got more minifigures. There's the torsos and the pants. Yeah, not too bad. And there's the top portion of the jaw of the shark. I think I have these, but not with the print work. I think they're just plain old gray. I'd have to dig them out and look. 2x8 plates, 2x6 plates, 1x2 45-degree slopes, some 1x4 bricks with a little slide in there. And these are meant for, you know, those plates with the slide? They're meant to be to accompany with those. And we got ourselves a metal detector. So a rib cage. And an inverted 2x2 45-degree slope and some 25-degree slopes in here. 1x3 brick with bow. Yeah, I don't really see anything else. There's some 1x2 bricks with the 2 studs and 1x4 plates. But except for these big plates here, I've seen all this stuff pretty much before. Okay, we got a gold ingot, some 1x2 flat tiles, some flippers, hollow studs, a little sword, and a couple of 1x2 by 1x2 upwards angular plates, some taps and stuff for the goggles, or the helmets. I got the goggles for them, with a little snorkel attached, and some of these little tap pieces and the skeleton legs. And there's the arms to where's the head. Either I passed it up or it's in this bag. I'm trying hard not to yawn in your ear. Okay, don't be rolling off. Let's do the heads real quick. Yeah, I've seen these. Oh. So she's got a double-sided head. 2x2 plates and a nice bright blue wig. And 2x2 flat tiles. I think I mentioned the hollow studs. A couple of helmets there with the skeleton head inside. Alright, here's another one of those. And 2 oxygen tanks. and an old pirate's hat, and curly hair with a taper, 1x2 bricks, and some nice yellow gems. Okay, so this must be a treasure trove. Finally, we have bag 8. And let's see what we got in here. Oh, too bad it wasn't sand yellow. That'd make great terrain pieces, but we got an 8x8 half round plate and 2x2 plate. Treasure chest, a 2x2x3 column. Some of these 1x4x2 rail pieces, and some underwater sea plants, probably coral and bluish green. 1x1 brick with 1 stud. Okay, this must be the parts for the jellyfish here. These fish here, what if these glow in the dark? Look like they would. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like it's barely glowing, so yeah, it's glowing. You got 2 glow-in-the-dark fish. And some 1x1 bricks with holder. And we get a smaller shark here. Well, actually, we get 2 of them. Cool. And there's the jaw for the top of it. I got plenty of sharks. And some of these things you're supposed to use to pretend like they're floating in the water. And so we got some seaweed pieces. Top of the chest. And a 4x4 rounded tile with arch. And one of these barrel pieces. We got some of these right here in different colors. It's like a 2x2 by 2x2 rounded plate with a couple of these. Great for making flowers or vases or even lampshades and stuff. I can always use those for interior pieces. So it looks like you get 4 glow-in-the-dark fish. So I'll just use those with a black light, which I need to find still. And some 1x2 45-degree slopes. And one of these 2x2 plates with a little hole on the side. And let's take a look at this little bag here. I got a tutorial that just popped up in my mind, unrelated to this or the parts, but I want to test something out before I get all excited. I need to see if the part exists in a certain color before I start building a prototype. Okay, we got some light purple stud flowers. Some of these little underwater sea plants look like it's a cavity full tooth. And we got a parabola dish. Or here's some white stems that are in this. You could probably use those for the jellyfish, I bet. Another gold ingot. Round 1x1 bricks. Some of these sticks with the flange. And transparent clear. There's a turntable base, and we got one of these, and some blue stud flowers, hollow studs. Some of these horn pieces that you'd see like on a bull or a steer. Well, they're in purple. So I don't know what we're going to use those for. And got some holders with stick. These time are in blacks. I could use these for making trees. And a half round 1x1 flat tile. And is that special or is that just regular? It's a regular medium nougat 2x2 round flat tile. So we're going to take into account of all the parts. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not feeling this set or not, but the parts just look okay. But there is a mix of there is some large pieces in here. I'm seeing a lot of medium and small more than anything else. So it looks like we'll be in for a treat on this build. I don't know how the build quality or anything like that's going to be like that yet. But the first impressions on this set, I don't know. I'm just not really into submarine builds. But I can't judge it on the parts alone. But just from looking at the parts for $109.99, I'd probably pass up on this one. Tell me what you think on the parts. This set seem pretty cool. Well, now I'm going to head over to the second channel and build this.